What's bracking, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of my Leyton Orient career mode. So we'll get right into a look at the table here. 13 games into the season. Of course, the last episode I played 8 games. I actually lost some footage from before, and we're in a much better spot thanks to some good form in those 8 matches we played. I believe we lost 1, and I think for the most part we won 6 and maybe drew 1 or something along those lines. So in 9th place at the moment, still very close, but 1 point away from a playoff spot. I think we'll play quite a few matches this episode. We'll try to get through to maybe end of November, see how far we can get. I really would like to push on pretty quickly with these episodes, have some quicker episodes, at least at the start of the season, and then kind of move on later on. We can, once the games are getting more tense, if there's a tense race for a playoff spot or a promotion spot, I think we'll have some kind of shorter episodes. But we'll use the second team in this first match. Of course, Hill, Bennett, Phillips in the midfield, Davis, Bakaric, Mikulabust up top, then Cook, Saric, Hill, Goosens, and Wilson rounding out that back line. So we definitely need to improve some of our defenders for the second squad. We just need some more depth in general, but we could certainly utilize the training. I know for the most part center backs without training grow pretty slowly along with CDM, so that's something to think about. Might have to implement some training more, but especially with some of the backup players, even with some of the first team defenders also, that try to make this team a little bit more respectable for the level that we are at. But Hill doing a good job helping out defensively. Just love to have highlights of him because he really is an incredible player. He has the sauce, man. 4-star skill. I think he's like the best skiller on our team, so that definitely helps. Almost a beautiful goal comes out there. Didn't come off in the end, but now good work from our midfield. I think it was Bennett winning the ball. Davis going to push here. This is just something I don't get with the AI and Legendary. They just really do not close down. They give you a lot of space. I tried to put a cross in. Mikulabust with a shot at a header, but unfortunately, I think it kind of just hit at the top of his head. He really was not expecting that. So a good chance does go to waste in the end. Of course, it was kind of unexpected. When Hill, though, running at the defense, a great idea, trying to play a little 1-2 there in the end. But you can see his agility. He's just so light on the ball. For a 58, he really plays, almost like an 80 in my opinion. Now Davis with the ball here, looking for the ball to Bennett. Unfortunately, a huge touch, so that really was a great chance on goal. But of course, with some of these lower-rated players, the touches and stuff like that are really not going to come off. But now Hill with a beautiful pass to Bennett, who's going to hit that near post. And man, Hill has got that sauce, baby, with a beautiful assist. First time at 58. That's just not a pass you normally see from a 58 rated player, in my opinion. That is beautiful. First time, perfectly threaded through. And Bennett, who of course played a lot of striker last season, so has quite a bit of composure, experience in these kind of chances in front of goal, puts that in the back of the net with a very beautiful near post finish. So the Ginger with a beautiful 45-minute goal to put us ahead here. But now it looks like things could get a little bit interesting in the 60th minute. We're going to try to press here, and we do take advantage of it with Phillips getting the ball to Bakaric. Davis can have a go on goal and just hits that off of the crossbar and in. I thought you might have skied it. I think that was a bit of a miss hit in general. With a lot of these players, you're going to get a lot of interesting shots happening. I think just in general with like the weak foots also, one day I hope we can train weak foots. I know probably I could help kind of do something like maybe in a PC career mode someday to try to dictate to see what I can do to like up the weak foot or some sort of thing I add to a career mode. But a big chance for Bakaric does go wide to bring things to 3-0. But in the end, we still win this match 2-0, a solid victory from the backup squad. So rotation is always going to be a big part of this this career mode, especially once we're in the league. Once we're in League One and Championship level, we definitely are going to need to utilize a lot of our players to try to avoid injuries and all that. So a good performance again, continuing on from the first episode of this series. Good to see us move on here. But now I'm going to put that first squad back in. So again, the usual players. Bakaric is kind of the only guy who will be playing in both squads for the most part as of now, as we can see here in this match against Bradford City. I think eventually we're going to let that young player we got in Eklund get an opportunity, but we're actually sitting 27 points level with Petersborough. 28 is Coventry, then South End I think had 29, so a very tight race for some of those playoff spots at the moment. We definitely could push into one of them in this episode. Now a good ball from Price back to Casti. Gonna have a go here, just terrible effort. I think that was his weak foot again. That's something that is really killing us when we get some of these players on their weak foot. We just cannot finish. But this time, Bakaric hits it wide. This is, I think, the third time in 2 episodes he's really missed a golden opportunity. Now a back post header nearly goes in the back of the net, but it was a great win. We do have some big physical fullbacks, so it does help, considering the CPU does love the cross. Now some beautiful link-up play. Price going to play the ball, try to play the ball. Actually, ends up going towards the defense, doing a ball roll. Back to Cassie's going to turn right here, have a go. Just unfortunately, again, cannot get good contact on that. So the chances are coming, the play is there, but still 0-0 at the moment. And a bad mistake nearly just goes bad for us. But a good save, good positioning in the end. Not the best shot either, but the positioning was perfect from our number 1 in net there. Now Bakaric playing the ball back out to Mitchell, trying to get some link-up play going. Back to Bakaric, going to play the ball to Cassidy. Just gets that ball deflected. A great through ball, and then that was, but did not work out for us. Now Walker using his agility, just getting some time on the ball. Bakaric now running at the defense, waiting for the run to Cassidy. Just a little bit to the left. If that was to the right, that would have been perfect ball, but now looking for the cutback, does not work out. Price going to hit this ball off the volley. Just a beautiful save from the Bradford City goalkeeper in the end. He really had a stretch out there. Price nearly scored an absolute screamer off of the half volley. Now Bakaric back to Cassidy, back to Bakaric, and he's going to put this one in the back of the net, side netting there. A very good finishing. This time you see us coming off of that throw, and for some reason AI defense on throw-ins is absolutely terrible. Also I've noticed in these FIFAs, but a good work in the end. Bakaric with the link-up play, a little 1-2 being played there. Cassie let him get into some space, and he finished that beautifully in the side netting. No chance from the Bradford City goalkeeper there in the end. So a late goal. Of course, we had some kind of half chances, some chances early on, and we'll go on to win this one 1-0. A very good performance all around. Just maybe need to be a little bit more clinical in front of goal. So I think against some other squads that could really kill us. That's just something we need some more composure. Of course, the weak foots do not help with some of our players and stuff like that, but we got to try to work through it. Of course, Buttocks City was very happy with these performances lately, on a very good run after only picking up 7 points in 5 matches at the start of the season. So again, using this first team here in this matchup. So no need for rotation at the moment. We don't have too much match congestion, which definitely helps out to get some of our best players out there here against Peterborough. I believe was pretty close to us in the playoff race before, but I think we've definitely kind of cemented ourselves into a playoff spot at the moment. We'll see how things look at the end of this episode. Now Sorensen back out on the wing, playing the ball to Walker, going to explode here with a good little dribble. Look for Price, who's going to have a go, and just a beautiful shot. First time into the side netting again. Great finish, going to that opposite post first time. Just really looked like there was really no chance for the goalkeeper on that one. He just absolutely hit that with incredible power, and he was also shielded by one of his defenders, it looked like, so that did not help at all. Actually, in the end, it was a deflection. My bad. I did not see that deflection at the start when I played this, but that works. We'll take the goal. I think that probably would have been safe if there was no deflection in the end. I think that definitely put the goalkeeper off as well. Now Price into some space, playing the ball here, maybe trying to link up here with Cassidy. Going to play a little chip here. Price going to hit this one just wide. A beautiful pass from Cassidy in the end to find him. Price really likes those volleys, as we saw in the last episode. I mean, the last matchup of this episode, excuse me. But Walker exploding, a good ball here, getting down this wing. Play this ball first time, a good clearance from the Peterborough defender, being in the perfect spot. Now, in the second half, Walker playing a little back in the midfield here to Cassidy. Going to get the ball, try to get the ball to Mitchell here. A very good run. Going to play the ball to Bakaric. He's going to have a go and just hits the post again. Bakaric is pretty solid for the most part here. He really has left a lot of chances begging throughout this season. And again, pricing this one wide. Hopefully this doesn't come back to haunt us. And thankfully it doesn't, as we do end up winning this match 1-0. So again, more chances left begging in the end here. And that's something that really needs to be cleaned up. That could definitely cause some problems, but of course you can see right with his beautiful goalkeeper pants, looking kind of thick right there. He looks like one thick bit. We got 6 shots though, 1 on target. Of course, quite a few opportunities right on goal that went just wide, that went fairly wide. Not even, I won't say just wide, or hit the post, a few here and there, but still got to do a lot better with our chances. Now taking a look at the youth squad again, really not too much going on here. We definitely need some. I mean, I could definitely use some suggestions for some types of things to go after. I think I really want to try to find some elite wingers. So I think that's something I'm going to be end up scouting for next, but let me know. I think this season I just want to kind of keep with the same squad, but I think by the time we get in the championship, we need to find some kind of try to find some gems here and there. But now against Colchester, we'll sim this matchup. We're gonna try to get through these episodes. I think we'll try to get this like 5 or 6 played games and 2 sim matchups. I think is the ideal thing to do. End up with a 0-0 draw. That's fine because we're winning all our games, so to make things a little bit more interesting in the end. And again, using this first kind of choice squad against Ipswich, who has had a pretty solid season. They are also in a playoff spot, so this is going to be a key matchup for us. Definitely need to get some points here against them. Beautiful view here at Ivy Lane. I really definitely hope to get on PC eventually. My plan is to have a PC for next FIFA, so I can have all the mods and all that good stuff. But now back here on the wing to Mitchell. I'm going to try to play that ball back to Price. Just does not work out. Cannot get that final pass in the midfield to kind of maybe try to lay things up. But off of this throw-in, might have something going on here with Cassidy. Back to Price. Playing the ball to Cassidy in a little bit of space. He's going to take this little 1-2, but just unfortunately could not get that through. But we see some good build-up play in the end. We'll see if we can make some things happen. Now, Bakaric going to be into some space. Kind of did have here, Mitchell actually just cannot get that last dribble through. I almost said Vishkorek, who's, of course, the other winger. But Cassidy in some space. Going to play the ball to Bakaric. He actually gets a little fortunate with a little second ball. Back to Walker. Could have probably just shot it, and that maybe have been a shout for a penalty, but unfortunately was not called. So now in the second half, really not too many chances. Just a lot of half chances. Cassidy trying to move on here. He's actually doing a good job putting this team on his back, but unfortunately could not get a shot off for the final ball. Now 80th minutes, Price has a yellow even. It's been a pretty cagey matchup, nothing really happening. Price back to Walker, going to try to play Bakaric through. It looks like he might have a chance on goal, and just unfortunately that is a very tame effort also. See if there's any more highlights here in this 80th minute. Looks like we could end up winning a second ball. Simonson back to Cassidy. Unfortunately, nothing worked out in that play. So it ends up a 0-0 draw. Not the most eventful matchups, but at least we grabbed some points in a team that surely could have kind of affected us quite a bit, losing them, considering the fact they are also competing for a playoff spot as well as a promotion spot in general at this time. Just really not too entertaining. 0-0. As you can see, of course, we did have a chance to hop them if we would have won that matchup, both at 35 points, so that would have been a big victory. But still looking good in 5th place. It looks like we're kind of getting close to maybe just kind of affirming ourselves into playoff spots. So now we're going to let that youngster Eklund get an opportunity here. One of our new youth signings. Just really need a backup striker is all it was. He is not too special. He's a little bit of agility and balance to him, but we definitely need to try to find some more top talent attacking wise. Because I don't think Vishkorek or Mitchell really have an amazing potential, but that could certainly change. They're still fairly high rated. Then we could definitely have dynamic potential come into effect. We'll see if that does happen. But in the end, you'll see Hill coming with that sauce, using those ball rolls. Oh, what a ball to Mika Lebust, who's going to hit this one into the side netting. Just that patience from Hill. He's a beautiful player. He's got the sauce. He's got the ball rules. He's got the skills. He's got the turns. And he's got the vision. Look at that. Just notice that Mika Lebust was playing on, and Mika Lebust is going to do a good job finishing that in the back of the nets. Bennett now to Hill, who's going to try to turn here, look for a pass. Good layoff to Eklund. Just unfortunately, that one is hit well over the bar from the youngster making his debut in this matchup. Now Davis to Hill is going to try to get his head on this one. Just unfortunately, the goalkeeper comes out at the perfect time. Hill, we want to get him that first goal, at least like first goal when we're playing the game ourselves, because might have scored in a simulation or two, but either way, some deflections here. Good job from our defenders putting their bodies in front of that. Now Davis played onto the wing here in the 85th minute. A chance to try me look for a run back inside. This only thing I don't like is sometimes the players just kind of run really strangely, but Bennett did a good job dumbing that, but unfortunately could not get the shot off. In the end, though, a 1-0 victory here in Rotherham, so a good result in the end, continuing a good run of form in this episode and really in these last couple episodes. Definitely what we have needed to do is keep things up and make sure we just kind of stay within the playoff spots, within the promotion spots. I think we're doing pretty well, and I think and we'll definitely continue to be in the playoff race as long as we do not screw up in the end. But now we'll get into a sim matchup with the first team. I just want to see maybe if we can make things interesting, lose the game or something. But do win 3-0 in the end. Walker, Price, Cassidy grabbing goals each there. So we'll take that, and actually we'll probably also sim this FA Cup matchup. Don't really care about the cup at the moment. Unfortunately, Mika Lebust, one of our backup wingers, is going to be out for 2 months. So 2 months without him, that's definitely going to be tough because we don't have too much depth on the wings. We could certainly maybe play Hill on the right wing. He does have 4-star skills, so he can maybe end up being solid as a winger. Really not too much going on with the academy, and a couple of players in the low 50s, but nothing really too promising, it looks like, in the end. So definitely need to find some more players who are solid academy-wise. I think we did a really good job, of course, at the start finding some quality players in the first couple seasons, obviously, but before that, it's been a bit of a struggle. So now, with the second squad, I'm going to sim this matchup against Bolton and see how we fared. 1-0 loss, I don't care. I mean, I'd rather focus more on the league anyways. Getting promoted is definitely the big thing as of now. But again, 5th place, looking pretty solid, 41 points. A game in hand against teams who are in front of, a couple of teams who are in front of us. So we could definitely hop a place or two. We'll see what happens here. Getting into this matchup against Oxford United with the first squad playing here. So, yes, thank you guys for all tuning in. I really appreciate anyone who's still watching. I love you guys. Again, trying to get back in the mix of things. I'm enjoying recording again. I've always enjoyed recording, doing commentary. It's always been one of my favorite parts about YouTube and just talking to you guys. But thank you all for the love and support on the first episode. Hope to see them more throughout this series, as we're going to definitely look to finish this series. I would love to see us eventually win Premier League and all that. But Cassidy back in the middle here, to Bakaric. Going to run at the defense. Going to look for a sweat. To Mitchell. Unfortunately, does not work on the end. Just a little, not too much. Didn't put enough on that pass. It looked like needed to put a little bit more on it. But now Cassidy back out on that wing. Going to play the ball back in the middle to Bakaric. Going to look for Price, who's going to have a go. Unfortunately, it is deflected right there. Now again, in the 38th minute, looks like another chance possibly. Cassidy into some space. He's going to play a little 1-2 here to Bakaric, but it's going to be actually Price getting into a good spot. Going to turn the ball, look for Walker. Going to try to hit this first post, and a great finish in the end. Just finessing that run, the keeper looked like in the end, and that was a beautiful connection between our midfield and strikers. That's exactly what you look like from Bakaric. Try to hold up play. Doesn't always have to be scoring the goals. He can definitely get into good spots and get the assist. He's pretty solid physically, so he can hold up the ball quite a bit, and he has pretty good vision. And so now back to Walker, and just absolutely skied that one. Not sure why I decided to hit that first time. I probably could have dummied it and put it on his other foot. Might have been a better effort in the end. But a great tackle from Mitchell here. 60th minute. Going to run at the defense, try to take the space, make someone commit. Bakaric waiting for a run. Nothing really. There's always just strange runs, honestly, in my opinion, from some of the defenders here. But now back to Cassidy, to Bakaric. Going to look for the ball, to Price. Going to hit this one near post, and that is a very beautiful finish. A great connection. Bakaric really has been connecting with his whole midfield at an incredible level, and a lovely celebration for our man Price there. So it's been great to see his performances so far. And I mean, that's why he's our number 10. He gets into good spots, he grabs assists, and he also grabs those goals too. Now 2-0 up, so I have a chance here to maybe get this a little bit higher. And Walker with a great run. I don't know what the goalkeeper was doing, though. Goalkeeper definitely could have came out and stopped that. And Walker decides to do the running man or something in the net. That's his signature celebration, I guess. But now, 70th minute, got to bring in Hill. Got to put the sauce on him. Oh, look at that drag back. That's the sauce right there. Now, I'm not really sure what he was doing in the end, but I just want to show the drag back just because he's the man. He's kind of like, he's like a mix of a meme player to me and actually a pretty solid player. But look at that. Oof, drew a big foul. Put that sauce on, baby. We got some Tapatio. We got some Valentina. We got some Cholula. We got all that sauce for you, baby. So a good victory in the end, that is. 3-0. We'll take it. I mean, obviously, there's really been no losses this episode. It's been, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I might be stupid and have bad memory already. My memory is pretty bad, but either way, good episode so far as results goes from the squad. Really getting into groove here this season. Definitely I'm thinking about eventually maybe looking for some sliders, like I said in the previous episode, because I mean, just don't know what the CPU does attacking-wise sometimes. It's pretty varied, and it can be pretty bad. But now running with this episode, taking a look at some of the growth. So right up to 65, our number 1. Then Wilson up to 64. Alexander has showing great potential, so we've got a really good young goalkeeper on our hands. I think we'll definitely start to train him a bit more. I think we'll let him grow kind of naturally as it is, and I think next season we can start to grow him, maybe groom him into being our number 1 eventually. We'll see how Wright continues to grow. I think I could train Wright and Wilson a little bit more and maybe sell one of them. But Simonsen up to 64, our Danish left back. Cook up to 62, so not bad. We still need Uskard to grow, who is he is our captain, but he's solid physically. Technically, we need to see some more improvement to his defensive abilities and tackling. Šaldić is up to the 59. I believe that's how you pronounce it correctly. My bad if I was not pronouncing it like that before. Hill up to the 58, the youngster. Then our starting right back, Sorensen, up to the 64. We've got two solid big Danish fullbacks leading our back line. Goossens and one of our backup fullback, our backup right back is at 58 overall. So some good growth here. Plateman, who is showing great potential, is up to the 68. So very solid improvements from him. Haven't really been training. I think I trained him early, like in last season, but I haven't really been training him since. Now, Isaac Phillips has potential to be special status on him, so he's going to be a wonderful player. I think eventually we need to kind of move him in that starting 11. Now, Davis, he's a quality player. He's 19, he's 65 overall. He's a good depth player for us. Malcolm Walker, would love to see a status on him. Unfortunately, doesn't seem like he has one unless I maybe didn't see it before, but 66 overall. Then the exciting prospect is Nicholas Price, I believe was our future star from what I remember. It's been so long. It's been like 8 months or something. I'm sorry, but not remembering everything very clearly. But Pierce Cassidy up to 64 overall. The very nice physical box-to-box type of player because he has some great attributes. He's been quality for us throughout these first two seasons. Lance Hill, of course, the star, one of my favorite players, one of Bucks Eater's favorite players. 59 overall, so I've been growing a bit here. Definitely need to train him more. I'll probably start training his tackling and passing a bit more. I notice it's kind of low for him. So that might be something we train if we plan to continue to play him in that midfield. I mean, 3 assists, a goal in 10 matches is not too bad for a young player like that, at least in the League One, excuse me. That's who his stats are. Bradley Bennett, a quality, really box-to-box midfielder, 65 overall, who of course played false 9 before. He said, I just personally prefer to have Castor Phillips over him, but he's a very good depth player to have. Mikla Boost up to 64, again, is injured for 2 months. Then Vishkar up to 67 and Mitchell up to 68. Eklund, the young Swedish center forward, is up to 57. I've been training, but 4-star weak foot, 3-star skinless is pretty promising. Just has some decent agility balance on him also. So we'll see how that turns out for us. And technically, he's not bad with the ball control, dribbling, and stuff like that. We got to get his finishing, like attack position up though. So Bakaric up to 66 overall with showing great potential status. So not too bad either. And I think we'll take a look at the table calendar as we kind of round things out. So next episode, I think we definitely want to try to get towards the end of January. I think eventually, once we get into the kind of the last portion of the season, I'll do some shorter episodes. But as of now, I think I like doing this kind of quicker format with at least like 8 matches played per episode, because I know like 8 times 6 or something is 48. So that'd kind of make things go a little bit quicker at the start at the least. We'll see how that goes. But there's a bit of chatter in my household. I not know if you can hear that, but I love you guys. I love you guys. Thank you all for tuning in, though. I might have to wrap things up now. Yes, I might have to wrap things up now, but we'll see. I'll see where God guides me. It's a bit interesting trying to record with the current situation, but thank you guys again for all the support so far. I think we'll wrap things up by taking a look at the table in a second here also. So now moving on to the table, 5th place here with 44 points. I actually moved over to the Europa League spot, so I'm going to go back to the standings because I'm an idiot. Stuff like that usually happens to me. But yes, 5th place, 44 points. Coventry is 2 points behind us. Fleetwood is 5. Oxford is 6. And then Southend is 2 points in front of us. Ipswich 3, and then I believe that is 9 from Portsmouth, who's in this promotion spots, who have a game, who are actually at level on games, and then Luton Town is at 56, so we're 12 points away from them with a game in hand. So definitely could try to push for that second promotion, automatic promotion spot, but we look to be able to, we could definitely try to affirm ourselves, try to make ourselves stronger in one of these playoffs places by the end of next episode, maybe going into the second half of the season. So with that, guys, thank you all for love and support on these first 2 episodes. Leave that like button if you haven't. Thank you all, my beautiful chalupa lovers. I love you. I'll be signing out now, and I'll catch you guys later.